Today I want to share with you a groundbreaking development coming out of southern Syria. One that is not only historic, but also reveals a truth that the world has been denying for decades. Representatives of 6 Druze villages in southern Syria, with a total population of 1 million Druze residents, have come together and unanimously decided to request to be included as part of the Jewish state of Israel. Let that sink in, folks. These are Druze communities, non-Jewish minorities who have lived in Syria all these decades. They understand that their survival, freedom, and equality can only be guaranteed under the protection of the Jewish state of Israel, not in the chaos of Islamic Syria. Why? Because they are watching Syria fall apart before their eyes. The jihadist Sunni terror groups, very much ISIS and Taliban jihadists, emboldened by their success in toppling the Assad regime in Syria, are now on the march to possibly conquer other countries in the Middle East, like Lebanon, Jordan, or Iraq. It's the whole evaporation of the Sykes-Picot Agreement. For minorities in the Middle East like the Druze, the Christians, the Yazidis, and others, the rise of radical Sunni regimes is a death sentence. Already now, today, in the past few days, they are killing, raping, and taking sex slaves from the Shiites, from the Kurds, from the Alawites minority communities in Syria. That's the terror spreading in Syria right now by the Sunni Islamists. Even though the horrific Assad regime is gone, it is being replaced by tribal anarchy with the Sunni jihadists on the march. The Druze don't want to experience living under this growing Sunni terror. The Druze in Syria know that there is only one country in the Middle East where minorities are safe, with total freedom. One place where they can live with freedom, equality, and dignity. And that is in the Jewish state of Israel. What Israel's going to do, how it's going to do it, 1 million residents, don't know yet. But this is a stunning admission that exposes the lies of Israel's enemies, and this is the most important thing. While global media, international organizations, and the radical left and Jewish organizations accuse Israel of apartheid and oppression, the truth is crystal clear. Israel, the Jewish state of Israel, is the only place in the Middle East where minorities are truly safe and free, including Muslims. And the Druze in southern Syria know this better than anyone from what they experience in Syria. This historic development also forces us to consider something far deeper, something seriously biblical. The chaos in the region in the Middle East is leading us to an undeniable conclusion. The Middle East needs a strong and expanded Israel. The future of the region, the safety of its minorities, and the defeat of radical Muslim jihadists require a Jewish state of Israel that is large, secure, and capable of protecting all those who seek peace. Suddenly, the biblical promise of the borders of Israel, from the Nile River up to the Euphrates River, right? That's written in the Bible. God told us those will be the borders one day. No longer seems distant or unrealistic. On a practical security level, this vision makes perfect sense. If we look at the region today, it is clear that a larger Israel in those areas would serve as a shield for minorities against the radical jihadi Muslims. The collapse of Syria and the rise of Sunni terror groups have created a new reality. Minorities across the region are beginning to understand that aligning with Israel for Israel to protect them, to be under Israeli control, is their only path to safety and survival. But let me be clear. This future does not include those who support terrorism or embrace the Islamic jihadi genocidal ideologies against Israel, the Jews, and all other minorities. Anyone who align themselves with the forces of destruction, Hamas, Hezbollah, or other radical jihadists, they have no place living in Israel or any place under Israeli control. Those people will need to move to other countries that share their ideological agenda. Israel is a nation of life, of freedom, of morality, of good, of God. We will continue to stand as a beacon of hope and safety for all minorities who reject terror and embrace living peacefully. This decision by the 6 Druze villages is a wake-up call to the world, and especially Jews and Israel supporters. While the media demonizes Israel, minorities across the Middle East are running towards the Jewish state for protection. Why? Because they know the truth. Israel is their only hope for a future of freedom and security. This is not a small story. This is a turning point. The map of the Middle East is shifting. Sykes-Picot is evaporating. And Israel is emerging as the anchor of stability in a region consumed by Arab Muslim jihadist chaos, whether by the Iranian Shiites or the majority Sunni Muslim population of the Middle East. While normalization is possible with some countries, with some Muslim countries, as agreements between Israel and the UAE prove, and Morocco, this is a region with billions of Arab Muslims. No matter how many want to normalize relations with Israel and the Jews, there will always be hundreds of millions who will stick to their 1,400 plus year Islamist jihadi ideology of killing and subjugating non-Muslims, destroying the Jewish state of Israel, and wanting to establish a Muslim caliphate all over the world. We are witnessing history unfold before our eyes. The events happening today are not random. They are orchestrated from above. Hashem, God above, is guiding Israel and the world through these turbulent times, and we are seeing miracles in real time. Israel destroying the whole Syrian army, navy, air force, chemical weapons in 48 hours. The Jewish people have always been a light to the nations. Now, as the forces of evil spread across the region, Israel is once again called upon to lead, not just for ourselves, but for all those who seek refuge from the darkness of evil being spread by Muslim Islamic jihadists, whether Sunni or Shiite. It's time for the world to recognize that the future of the Middle East lies in a strong, expanding Israel, the safety of minorities, the defeat of terror, and the hope for peace depend upon a strong and expanding Israel. Everyone, Am Yisrael Chai, stay strong, stay proud, and let's continue to stand together as we witness this historic moment unfold. And strengthen your faith in the one above. As I always say, Israel is the only country in the Middle East where a Sunni Muslim, a Shiite Muslim, a female Muslim, a gay Muslim, an atheist-born Muslim can live with freedom and equality with Christians, Druze, all other minorities, and with the majority Jewish population. We're the only country where that's possible. If you agree that Israel is the only safe haven for freedom and morality in the Middle East, share this video. Let the world hear the truth. Let everyone you know in your circles hear the truth. The more we stand together, the stronger we become. Am Yisrael Chai. If you are not yet a subscriber to my daily, belief-based, inspiring, politically incorrect videos about Israel, the Jewish people, and the freedom-loving world, what are you waiting for? Go to pulseofisrael.com and click to subscribe. And we are a donor-based operation. We need your donations in order to do our work, make these videos, and have more people see these videos, because we're heavily censored across social media and shadow banned. It's thanks to your donations, small or large, that allow us to do this work and get our videos seen. And we want these videos to be seen more, to empower more people and more Jews to know the truth and be proud of their Jewish identity and the Jewish state of Israel today. So every once in a while, click on the donate button on pulseofisrael.com. Shalom, everyone, from sunny Florida.
Pulse of Israel, frontline videos from the Holy Land. Support our work by donating today.